Let me get all this slob and shit out of my throat and do this right. You know what? I'm sick and tired of all this bullshit that's going on. Let me tell you why. I just wanna feel free and express myself. Don't you like that? As long as you're not in my room.
So we're back in Temple Lane. It's another Subject and Kyotronic feature, and today we've got DJ Rush in the studio. So firstly, man, thanks for coming in today.
Well, thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, it's good to have you in, man. It's good to have you in. So you're playing with Subject tonight down in the Twisted Pepper. So you looking forward to tonight? You all set? Any surprises in store for, you know?
I wouldn't say I have surprises. I think the surprises on me.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what to expect. You know, I don't know what the people gonna give me. You know.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be me, but it all depends on what the people gonna, give me. You know, how they gonna respond.
All right.
And what they're looking for. You know.
Yeah. And how's Dublin been to you over the years, man?
Good. Every time basically Ireland in general, but every time I came to Dublin, I had really good, good parties. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. And how do you prep for DJ set, man? Are you playing vinyl tonight or CDs, or what's your vibe tonight?
CDs.
CDs, yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you prep for a set? Do you just have, your collection and then just read the crowd, or what's your thing?
Actually, I go first. I try to go with my feeling.
Yeah.
So I can put a bass where I can guide the people in my direction, and then from there I see how they respond, and then I kind of go in the direction that they want to go in also. So it's like half and half.
Yeah.
I don't prepare myself before I have to be like this.
Yeah.
Because things can always change.
Sure.
Like I said, they surprise me.
That's alright, man. And are you still enjoying DJing? Is still getting the same vibe out of it? You've been at it a good while, man.
Yeah.
Oh, your first residency was 1989 Reactor, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you
Yes.
still enjoying it and having good fun?
Yeah, the fun is still there. The only problem is traveling. That's the hard part. I think that's the biggest complaint. With all DJs is the traveling. Sometimes you travel the whole day just to get to one city or one country. But once you're there and you at the party, it's like everything, you forget about all that.
Right.
So I'm still excited about playing.
That's the problem with success, really, isn't it?
I guess so.
Great, man. So you're traveling worldwide at the moment. What's your favourite places now, and what kind of places you gone to as well? New spots and stuff.
It's hard to say. I don't like to say I have favorite places because, that tends to get me in trouble. Because each country that seems like, oh, we the best. But no, I have some places that I like to go back often. For example, I like to go to Portugal a lot, because the parties there are really good, and the parties don't kick off till about 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, so they go all around the clock,
Yeah.
So and just your regular countries, Germany, Spain.
Are you doing the whole Asia tour, South American tour, that kind of circuit as well?
Not really. I've done that, but it's like I haven't really been back there. It's like I guess it also depends on who you're working with. When I was working with a company in the UK in London, they knew more about the market in Asia, so through them I was going to Japan, Singapore, stuff like that. But since we're not together working no more and they out of business, it's like I'm kind of lost with what's going on over there.
All right. Can I ask, right, your first residency is Reactor.
Mm-hmm.
How have you progressed, I suppose, musically and everything since then? So that was am I right in saying that was more kind of 70s and stuff like that, and disco and mashup stuff, or was it straight into the techno back then, or You know, and how did you progress as a DJ musically and everything? Like?
Well, back then it was more like, disco, house, Italian disco, you know, Alexander Robotnik, stuff like that. And we was doing stuff that sounds like techno, but we didn't call it techno. But the people in Europe called it techno, what we was doing. So I was already progressing, but I didn't know I was until I actually came to Europe. Then once I came here, I realized some of the stuff that I was doing, people here was into, but they called it techno. And that was the main reason for me coming to Europe for the first time, because my first record actually did good in Germany and in Italy. So they invited me over. And when I decided to change house and move to Europe for a little bit, then I started to get more into the electronic music a little bit more. Then I started to try to create my own way into the scene to be a little bit different and to try to create something different.
Yeah, so I know this is probably a really obvious question. You're from Chicago. It's more of, the Chicago guys are seen as more as house, and Detroit's seen as the techno town. You know what I mean? So how did you find yourself in Chicago at that time? Did you find yourself maybe with a different vibe to different DJs? Did you in Chicago, or were you more influenced by Detroit, or how did you end up going down a more harder, heavy hitting route to let's say some of your city compatriots or whatever,
Well, that's a good question, because at home we all inspired by each other, as far as like with house music, and it's like it doesn't mean that the house music has to be slow, it has to be fast, it has to be funky. It's like whatever counts. If it's good, it's good, And for me, I was on the scene where my house was a little bit faster than the next person, so it didn't make a difference, because, as long as, you can make the people have fun. So I wasn't inspired by anyone outside of the house scene, really, unless it came to someone like Grace Jones or somebody, or the Beatles, But as far as like electronic music go, no, it always stayed home,
Yeah, man. So listening to a lot of your tracks, man, and there is touches of soul in there and stuff like that in the midst of this like techno madness, you know what I mean? So who else has inspired you over the years? Let's say pre-electronic music, like pre-80s or whatever.
It's kind of hard to say.
Yeah, where do you start?
That's kind of hard to say, because when people ask me that question, they expect to hear me name, other electronic DJs and stuff, but I always shock them, because I'm just inspired by other stuff, by jazz music, Brazilian jazz and stuff like that. That would, gets me going. Because of the elements, like for example, like with jazz, you get this fast sound and everything is just like in its own position. Everything's going here and there, and I like that, and I think that's where I get more of my tempo from, I had to have that rush, that energy.
Is that where DJ Rush comes from, or
Actually, no, but it's come from something else, so yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, so production-wise, man, you're still an analog dog. You still got all your analog gear. So tell me a bit about your studio. What do you like still these days?
God. To be honest, the most up-to-date machine that I have would be the chord samplers, just the chord ES. But I still like working with those stuff like the 909s, the 808, the 707, the Yamaha RX7, stuff like that, and my XP50 keyboard, the one Madonna got famous with one of her albums with. And the list goes on and on. But my favorite is the Yamaha and the Roland stuff that I like to use a lot of.
Cool. And that's still your go-to toys for.
Exactly. Yeah. But I'm trying to train myself now for when I start to make more music for, like, let's say if I want to do something for films or something a little more I don't want to say commercial, but a little more mainstream. Then that's when I start to get more into software stuff. Because then you can sit there and everything sounds clean the way you want it. You can structure things certain ways. So yeah.
Would you think of working with maybe, I suppose, bringing jazz musicians into your setup and stuff like that? If you're doing, ever think of that maybe?
My goal is still to work with like Missy Elliott,
Yeah.
people like that, yes.
Alright.
And it would be nice to work with some jazz people,
Mm.
but I don't have the connections to do that.
I can hook you up with some good jazz guys, man. It's a
Sounds
good, good cats here in Dublin.
Don't tell me that, see? I will phone you every day.
I'm working with a very good drummer actually at the moment, man. He's in a, let's say, more mainstream rock group. He has I'm recording at the Brazilian Jazz Trio. That's his group, man. This guy,
Nice.
he's a heavy hitting drummer, man. He'd beat drums, you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
He'll hit that shit hard, you know what I mean. But then you see this guy playing jazz, and you see him kind of restrain himself slightly. And
Just yeah.
it's like
Exactly.
funny to see, man. But this guy's one of the top drummers in Ireland, you know what I mean. But
Mhm.
he's into the jazz thing as well, you know. You should meet him sometime next time.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, man, he's a good guy, you know. Well, anyway, back to the plot we're going to be answering here, or whatever. So desk-wise, do you have like, you obviously have an analog desk back at home and in your studio and stuff like that, do you?
Just a regular Mackie. You
Yeah.
know, I'm just still basic. Like I said, I haven't really put much work into it anymore, because like me and my friend, we had the studio together. So he's mainly doing the music, you know, because I'm always traveling. So when I go home, I might decide to make a little bit of music here and there. But at the moment, he's not doing anything, so he's not buying nothing, and I'm not home to like buy stuff too, you know. So yeah.
Alright. Do you have a new release coming out on Knee Deep? Is that right?
Yeah, actually, I just finished a project now, and I haven't given it a name yet, but it's pretty hard hitting.
I'm shocked,
It's
man. No
pretty
way.
hard hitting with some strange vocals in it, and also working on a house EP too.
Oh, nice one, man. Will that be on your label as well?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and hopefully I can get someone to bag it up and maybe try to put it out on vinyl as well.
Yeah, that'd be a nice one.
Because I had a house song that I totally forgot about, and some guys from Beatport wanted to license it and do things with it, and I listened to it. I was like, damn, I forgot about that. So they gave me the idea to try to do another house EP, you know, to go back in time a little.
Okay.
So yeah, so I'm working on. So actually, I'm finishing that up now.
Alright, nice one. And any other artists coming out on your label and stuff like that? You pushing other people, or
Yeah,
concentrating on the Rush thing at the moment?
That's the thing. I never really concentrate on myself. You know, maybe that's why I'm a little bit held back now. But yeah, there's a guy from Portugal called Humanoid that I'm trying to push now. You know, he's been a while. He's been around for a while now, but you know, sometimes people need that extra push to get outside of their environment. You know, and I think people need to hear him. So. Working, you know, to push him, so he is coming out on my label this month, and I'm trying to put one of his releases out also on vinyl. It's going to be hard, but you know, you have to do it. You know?
Yeah, you got to do it, man.
You have to pay the price and do it.
Yeah.
You know?
So, if we're talking about vinyl, are you going to distribute that in Europe? Would you be hitting some parts of Detroit and Chicago still with that? Or?
It all depends, because in US it's like they just cut it off. Like if you try to send vinyl, they just like, no, you know, we don't want it. You know, what can we do with it? You know, you know, they're not worrying about, okay, we can sell like 200 or 300. No, they just said no, just cut it. You know, we can't do nothing with it. And I know this one guy, he was like, he took over like selling vinyl from this big company in New York. And started doing it from Chicago, and he just lost too much money. He just said no more.
Oh, seriously, it's a pity, you know?
And so all the big hitters that was putting out vinyl just said no, we won't do it anymore. So trying to sell vinyl to the U.S. is just like no.
Yeah, it's more
like
maybe
trying to buy it.
Germany, Netherlands kind of market you're looking at possibly, is it?
Yeah, still Europe, you know.
Yeah.
And like I said, my label used to be big in Japan, you know, over in Asia, but I don't got the output to get it over there now, you know.
Alright, my last question for you, right? You're sitting down to make a track. Do you just sit down and do it? Is there any kind of process, like, or You know, do you like to have a glass of wine when you're producing, or you know, what's the most comfortable situation for you to sit down and write a track? You know,
the most comfortable situation. When it's raining. Exactly, you know.
Keep you inside.
Yeah, because just some days ago, I was just sitting in the living room, and a friend of mine, she was you know, working on, you know, his little DJ skills and stuff, and something hit me, and I was like, wait a minute. You know, I keep a little something here and there when I'm traveling though, and something hit me, and it was raining. I just went in the next room, just took out some stuff, just hooked it up, and made 3 songs.
Serious?
Yeah, and 2 of them I'm gonna play tonight. So
wow, nice one, man. Looking forward to hearing that.
So we see.
All right, man. Okay, we're gonna wrap it up there. We gotta get you down to the Twisted Peppers. So, thanks for coming in today, man. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Hope tonight goes well for you.
All right, thank you.
Nice one.